Well, I've got some good news for you guys. After I've completed these videos and I've got a new purpose for NFC, I've been pretty much on fire trying to get 1.8.4 developed and out there. So yay. And I'm getting a little experimental. In fact, this is on the controversial level because I'm going to change one of the major textures in the game. And that is grass. Now, why in the world would I change that? I mean, that is like the classic Minecraft logo. That's just, I mean, that's the starter, the first thing you see, first thing you think of. Why in the world would I change that? Well, I'm looking at a perspective of what I think is best for NFC now. And as I was playing Minecraft, we have, the Optifine is integrated into NFC, and I was messing around with the fancy grass, or the improved grass, whatever he calls it. Better grass, that's what it was. And it was kind of cool to me, but I kind of liked how much more green I could see, It wasn't like I could see all the dirt in a hill. I could actually see, because the sides of the grass were also green, it looked more connected, it looked a lot more green and almost lively, and I was like, I kind of like this look. But I thought there was too less dirt, because you're so used to seeing all the dirt in the regular game. So, my thought was, what if I made something in between? And this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if it's going to be at that level, or if I'm going to make it more dirt, as in a little bit more dirt, or a little bit more grass. But this is definitely a new look, and I kind of like it myself. Now what's even better, I think, is when you mix this with the better grass on Fancy, and then you get where there's dirt beside each other, it's totally grass, and then when there's not, it's the half grass. So it's actually sort of like a half transition, and I think this looks pretty too. Now, when you have it on fast grass, it looks like absolute trash. But I think I'm actually going to take that option off. Now, why would I do that? Well, my laptop doesn't have a graphics card, so it runs rather badly. But fast grass or fancy grass really didn't seem to affect it. And I'm pretty sure that's because it's only a couple more calculations added in for the colors and stuff. So I think it should just be fancy grass all the time. And I'm going to disconnect that from faster fancy in your graphics, because faster fancy on the leaves, where it's transparent or not, that definitely affects the game. But the grass, I could not find any frame rate changes. So yeah, I'll keep it an option whether you want to have the better grass from Optifine on, or whether you want to just have this. And perhaps I'll add in the option just to have the old grass, because, I'm sure people are going to like that too. But the first thing you'll walk in if you newly install NFC, you'll see this texture if I stay with it. And this, in a sense, although I've had the Sapphire kind of the NFC thing you think of, it might change to this medium grass instead of short grass. And that is what you'll think of when you think of New Frontier Craft. Outside of this grass, I'll give you a couple updates on the generator. I actually decided to totally flip around Tier 6 a bit, and that is, instead of having you rarely find a set of 8 gems together for Tier 6, because that's Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, instead, you'll uncommonly find 1 gem at a time. So then, as you mine and dig up, eventually over time you'll have to find 3 gems to make a pickaxe of one of them. So you might collect a couple of other random gems, and you don't get 3, but you could also make a sword or whatever. And, I don't know, I think that's kind of cool if you just occasionally find 1 random gem here and there, and then that over time that'll add up to being able to make armor and stuff. But the diamonds are going to stay the way they are. When you find them, they're in a decent chunk. Also, currently, I've severely changed coal so that when you find, or when you go mining, you're gonna find coal all the time right now, and it's actually way too much. So, thankfully, it's not rare anymore, and I'm gonna tone it down until I think it's just right. There are gonna be a couple changes to iron. It's gonna be taken off the Type 3 generation. I had it on for pre-9, I think. And now either you're going to find the really big cloud, a larger vein if you're below level 30, or a smaller vein if you're above level 30. So if you get deeper, you're going to find larger chunks of iron. The one last thing I have to rebalance and fully test is Tier 5. I just haven't gotten to that yet because it takes a little while to get there. So yeah, that's all the updates that I'm developing right now, just to keep you guys informed, because we're back on the road. I'll see you in the next video.
Rafflecopter.